Hello, I'm Amy. I'm going to show you real quickly and briefly how to create a motif stitch using the viral look of lace in PE Design 11. I have my workspace opened up here on the screen. I would like to go over to Options, click on Programmable Stitch Creator. And once it is open, I will go into the upper left-hand corner, click on File, New Motif Pattern. Maybe. Try it. Yep, New Motif Pattern. And then we will go to View, open the template, click on the pie chart that you are going to use to trace. Sometimes when you open up the templates, they are much bigger than your workspace, so you will need to resize it. This one isn't too bad, so I'm just going to recenter it here a little bit to make sure my center of my template lines up with the center of the green placement line. I will uncheck guidelines, uncheck with axes. I do not want anything snapping to grids, so I will just keep those unchecked. I do want a preview window. This is resizable. Go ahead and right click on it, click on size, go ahead and grab on the corner, maybe if it will let me. Sometimes you know how it is, it's hard to get those corners. You can resize it so that you can see how you're progressing as you're tracing. So that's always fun to have. We'll go back to home. I like to zoom in on my project a little bit to make it easier to see. Click on Select Points. And this is where you will be placing your points. You will see a green arrow that goes from right to left. I'm sorry, from left to right on your screen. And that is your start. You start on the left, you end on the right. I, for now, will leave the first point on each end alone. I will not touch those. I will be placing several points along this line just so that they are easier to grab as I work the design. That should be enough to get me started. Because this is a motif creator, there is no curved lines in the motif creator. There's only straight lines. So to achieve the curve, you place more points. It's the only way that you can do it. So we will go ahead and place points all the way around. Like I said, you want to start at the left and go to the right. I missed a point. That's okay. There we go. And we'll bring it around, and as you can see in the preview window, progress of the points being placed. Oops. So you can be as picky as you want to be here. For the sake of this lesson, I'm just going to go really quick. So you get the idea. Because you are going from right to left, you are going to have to go back over some lines. I'm going to put this up here for now so I don't lose track of where those points are. You do have to go back over your lines to get into the other areas that you want to plot out. So, came back, and we're going to come back to the center, grab the next one, plot it there. I am going to bring it to the center, grab the next line, bring it up, I'm not going to quite go to the center yet. I'm just going to place it here for now, just so that I can grab it and put it exactly where I want it. So flat another line. Flat another line. And just keep going all the way around. I mean, it's kind of looking kind of cool up there in the preview window. Sorry about that. Okay, now this, come back down to this end here. Now I'll go back and grab these and put them in the center. Just like that. And you can see in your program screen, your preview screen, how it's coming along. So we'll go back to the left and finish up here, and we'll take this last point, the first one on the left that we left alone, we'll bring that all the way back into about the starting point. We'll do the same thing on the right. Take that last point, bring it all the way into where it's going to end. And as you can see, we have our traced out design. Now, you can certainly go ahead and fine tune it however you like for the sake of this tutorial and to try to keep it short. I'm just going to leave it how it is for now. I will go ahead and X out. I will go to the upper left hand portion of your screen, click on File, Save As. Leave the default size where it is unless you want to change it. That's up to you. I'm going to name it AB Lace 1. I already have it. I'm going to say yes, replace it. Then I can X out of the Motif Creator, go back to my design screen, click on Shape, and let's give it a test. We'll grab a heart because it's got some curves and some points. See how it works. Then we're going to click and remove the fill from the shape. I will change this to a running stitch. Let's make sure it's nice and center. Easier to work with when it's in the center. We'll go home. Let's duplicate it. Let's arrange it to the center. Let's go into shapes. We'll go from running stitch to motif stitch. Change the color by clicking on the spool of thread to something different. In the upper right hand portion of your screen, you will see the sewing attributes. If you do not have it there, you can certainly access it by clicking on View, Attributes, and then you can click on Sewing Attributes and it will bring it up on your screen. And you can go ahead and click, put that too fast, you can go ahead and click on the motif in the window here. You'll see the file folder. Just to the right of that is your motif. Click on your motif. You can scroll through, pick the motif that you created, click OK, and then you can resize it, maintain aspect ratio, and resize it to how you like it. We'll just make it bigger. And what you're going for is to make sure you're evenly spaced all the way around and you don't have this weird part here where it's not going into the dip of the heart. So you can do that by adjusting your size and maybe giving it a little bit of a space between the lace if you have to. I find sometimes if you just play with the size, it pretty much will adjust to something that's acceptable. Feel free to play around with H range and V range to give you different looks. Go back. One thing that I do want to mention also is when you have your satin stitch that goes over your lace trim, zoom in so that you can see and make sure that your satin stitching covers your lace motif stitch. Like if you look here, you can see that it's not covering the best. So we can go ahead and click on that object, and we can adjust the zigzag width or the density to ensure that it's covered so you don't have anything peeking out of your final stitch design. So I just thought I would add that as well. Thank you. So there you have it. There's how you create your motif stitch for the viral lace edging around the letters and shapes that you've been seeing online. Thank you for watching.